So if you think about that, go back to that customer who's got 10 other stakeholders to convince. They're really busy. They know more. Often they know more about the problem and the products that you are trying to sell them than you do. And we used to talk about this many years ago when I first got involved in Challenger. It's like buying a car, and nobody goes and asks for a brochure. By the time they turn up at the agency, the car agency, they know more about the product than the salesperson. And they're just there to price check and take it for a drive. It's happening in B2B now, because with AI, they can drill right into their problem. They can find out who locally can provide these services, and they can rank order them in a table based on, fit for their needs. And they're doing this today. The RFPs, any B2B process, they've got a list and they're going through them, and they're reaching out at the 70% market, and they're very, very informed, way more informed than they used to be. So you need to have something, you need a point of view, which is what I refer to it as, an insight that will actually disrupt them and get them out of that cycle that leads back to you.
And you also refer to that as strategic IP.
Yes. Yeah. So it's interesting. I consult with organizations who typically are in a position where, they're struggling, they're flat or declining in terms of their revenues. And my job is to help them grow and reignite growth. And so, when you talk about unique business value, you need to find what is unique about their business and surface that in the message, and the insight leads back to that. Now, so what that means is you need to go and find it, and that is what I call intellectual properties. These are the things that nobody else has got. And I spend a lot of time at the beginning of the process surfacing that intellectual property. And look, most organizations have got this. I haven't found an organization that doesn't have IP, and they just don't realize it.
Right.
And it is something that, what I mean by IP, it's something. There are two different sort of conditions. There's one is, it's unique, and it's got to be defensibly unique. You need to be able to stand up and say, we're unique because, and it doesn't have to be one thing. It could be, in most cases, it's the combination of three things that are not unique, but when you put them together, they're unique. And that's the first thing. And the second thing is, if you can't find something that's unique, you have to show that you can outperform your competitors. And that is actually unique. So you need to understand that to be able to reframe or pivot an offer to make it, or ignite that growth. Because without that, without a really crisp value proposition and a very crisp, unique business value, you're going into, I guess, a gunfight with a knife sort of thing.
I think most brands look at a value prop as exactly what you're saying, but there's a big difference between a challenger mindset within strategic IP versus value prop.
Yes, yeah, there is. And I use those two components to generate to research the insight, because it reflects the problem that you're trying to solve, the value prop. And the insight also has to lead back to that unique business value or the IP that you've got. And if you can pull that off, it's unbelievably powerful.